Hey nerds, we are going to be talking about how to add the basic value of your donut for your project, okay? So this is not the frosting or the glazing or the sprinkles, that kind of stuff. This is just the basic donut, okay? So we're trying to get this kind of thing going on ours, trying to make it look like the donut sitting on the plate, okay? And the first thing we need to identify is where the light's coming from, and that's why I just drew a little sun here, okay? We're not going to draw a sun on our actual drawing, okay? You can if you do it before you cut it out. So if I wanted to draw a sun right here before I cut out my donut, I can, if it helps me kind of understand where the light's coming from a little bit better, but that is not necessary to be able to do it well. So what I have here is I have my light source, I have my donut. In order to make it look like it's resting on the plate, okay, I have to keep in mind the light's coming from here. So if the light's hitting this part, it is going to be the lightest part of my donut, okay, stuff on this side, okay, and I'm going to have the darkest stuff on this side. So it means that my shadow is going to be over here, okay? So I'm just going to create a blocky section for my shadow, okay? Notice how my shadow has a nice rounded edge. Why? Because so does my donut, okay? Same thing over here. And it's going the other way because I'm matching this curve, okay? So you want to make sure that the curve of your shadow matches the curve or the shape of your object itself, okay? So that's why I have my sun right here, and that's why it shadows right here because it can't get inside the hole. And then I have the shadow here because it can't travel through the donut to the other side, okay? And how we're going to make this kind of look believable is we're going to be adding some gradual or gradient shadings, okay? So when I talk about that, I'm meaning that it's going to be a little bit darker right next to our object. And as we go further and further away, it's going to be a little bit lighter, okay? I'm going to start off dark, following the curve of my object, and then it gets a little bit lighter as I get further away, okay? It's like, I might even just take my pencil and kind of blend it a little bit. So if you just do it with like a regular pencil versus using like a gray color pencil, you can blend this really nice with your fingers so it's nice and smooth and you won't see any of your pencil lines and things like that. So like I was saying, starting off dark, a little bit lighter and lighter as I move out, blending with my finger to smooth it out, okay? Doesn't that look kind of nice? And I'll be doing the same thing over here. You'd finish this, of course. Start off darker next to my donut. So anything that's right next to my donut, I want to have a little bit darker. And then a little bit lighter and lighter as I move away. Starting off dark right next to the edge. Lighter and lighter as I move away. Okay. Notice I have sort of like a swoopy or a swirl kind of motion that my pencil is going in. That keeps me from having lines as well. Okay, can't see lines if you don't make lines. All right, and then I blend that to get it nice and shaded. So this is all you really need to do to get that basic shading for your donut. Okay, like I said, starting off a little bit darker, so that means you're pressing a little bit harder with your pencil, and then lifting up on your pencil ever so gently as you move away from the donut, and then going back and blending it with your fingers so it looks really nice. Okay. And that is the basics on getting the shadow for the main part of your donut.